It's Week 13 of the NFL.
And all eyes are on Drake May. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season.
It's the Pats and the Colts.
And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these...
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Foxborough. To return this, Marcus Jones. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, the third overall pick in this year's draft. After a decorated career at UNC, it's Drake May.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And we'll see what they do here on second down. He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. 70 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's May. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick, who unfortunately had that rookie season cut short at just 4 games. Good to have him back from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. I'm curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go again with Taylor. And this time they get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain. Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant, because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it'll be first down, Colts.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
They'll throw again, Richardson. A throw right side finds Pittman. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running it after the penalty. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Trying to get it with the up. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Patriots offense headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Handoff headed right. It's Akers. Broke through the tackle. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Operating from the gun, here's May. He has the first over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a New England first down. They're set up at the 35 now. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Encroachment defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Here's May. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New set of downs for him from the 46.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First down throw for May. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Akers. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Once again, it's Akers. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, That is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air. It's May. Short pass brought in.
May's pass complete to number 3 to Mario Douglas.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
May now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. To the air yet again, May. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Akers. Can't push it across. They make the stand, and looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. And after the play, one of the Colts still out there injured. We get a brief stoppage here as they check on him. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Defense showing blitz here, May. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots go up 6-0 here in the 1st. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the champ for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And he's been more than just his passing touchdowns this season. In fact, you can see it right here. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing scores late in the campaign. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And the Patriots got home. They dropped him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Boy, this defensive crew is locked in, and that O-line's head, they are a-spinning. Back-to-back sacks has this offense on skates, and those blockers can't figure out where this rush is coming from next.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. To the air on 1st down, May. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. He'll get this to Henry. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. To throw, here's May. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a short gain. We have an injured player here. Looks like it's a member of the Patriots in some discomfort. The Patriots have their punting unit out. Back deep for the Colts is Anthony Gould. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Colts will take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. That's complete to Pittman. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Brock, you remember when they were near their own end zone? Yeah, things have totally changed now. 1st and 10 in enemy territory. To throw, Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there. So now we get a stoppage. Looks like a timeout called by the defense. Short side option here. He's running left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that can do what he just did. Took the ball himself for a big run.
First down throw here from Richardson. Taken in by Pierce. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Richardson now. Chased out to his right. And they take this in for the score. The Colts start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. And if you like scoring, well, no doubt this dude's been one of your favorite quarterbacks to watch this season. That is rushing touchdown number 10 on the year, and he's really had a running back's nose for the end zone every time he's taken the field. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts tie this game 7-7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The New England offense running out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The give inside to Akers. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Now, after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd and 3 now. They put Bourne in motion right. They go to Akers again. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a New England 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, Brissett. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
2nd down and 10.
2nd down. Here's Brissett again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Space on the right. He's got room. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7.
Patriots 7.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Patriots getting their offense back out there as we see Cam Akers once more. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. On 1st down, they'll start with Gibson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's Gibson on 2nd down. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Shotgun now for Brissett. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
10 yards.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. The Colts ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. 2nd among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Gets this one to Pierce. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. This is reeled in by Pittman. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 49-yard line.
Now a toss play, Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate, and now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Richardson on 3rd. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They're set up at the 35 now. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 27. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. So now they have 3rd and short. From the gun, Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Colts 1st down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Richardson, flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Option give to Taylor. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Here's Richardson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Throwing now, Richardson. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash.
A 27-yard attempt.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
17.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
On the return, here's Jones. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here's New England ready once again on offense. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a 1-score game here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. Brissett with it on 1st. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
That's taken in by Henry. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Brissett. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. 3rd and long for him here. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down. So before this is punted away, officials stepping in. Looks like a timeout was called by the receiving team. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Breaks the tackle, still going. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Colts headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you want your quarterback to, number 1, find ways to score for your offense. You always tell me that, Brock. But also, he's done it more than just through the air for them. That last drive, a notable touchdown for him on the ground for the season. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Colts with a chance to boost their lead. New set of downs for him from the 46. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Finds Woods. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 on that gain. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. They'll throw again, Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes out to the left. He's running for it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I believe somebody on the Colts got to it first. They're luckily hanging on to the football. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. Oh no, he lost control of another one! But I believe somebody on the Colts got to it first. They're luckily hanging on to the football. Fourth down's gonna bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Reset now on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. Trying again following the sack. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. He lofts it deep left. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. We've reached halftime. The Colts on the road and enjoying a nice little lead here. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jordan Love, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. These 2 teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The visitors have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Richardson to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Taylor now up the middle. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Christian Barmore with the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Play action with Richardson. He fires one deep down the middle. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. So that brings them to third down. Richardson now. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Hunter on now, and he gets into this one. He has it at the 13. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Patriots running their offense out there. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Rolling left, buying some time. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your leg.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Taylor again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Christian Barmore with the play.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He's got a man left. And he couldn't quite get the edge. He goes out of bounds and maybe gets back to the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and just 2 to go. To throw, Richardson. He has the first over the middle. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed at the 2. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Richardson back to throw. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast, trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
Power football. Man, I am all about it. And we've seen it work so many times from in close. But it can backfire when the defense wins like they did right there, right at the line of scrimmage.
On the return, here's Gibson. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Patriots offense all set to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. On 1st down, it's Brissett. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Second down. Here's Brissett again. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brissett. That'll be complete to Gibson. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this 2nd half. They'll start this series with an option left. Wow, it's free again! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Patriot offense making their return to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Handoff headed right. It's Akers. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Quiddy Pay there to take him down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 34. Henry on the catch. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On target to his man Polk. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Patriots, 1st down.
Gibson here from the gun. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Third down, it's Brissett. This one's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They motion the tight end over. Here's Akers up the middle. Hits the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots shrinking the lead some in the third. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Patriots shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start.
False start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. 2nd and 6 now. He puts everything behind this one. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Richardson. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Here's a handoff for Taylor. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go again with Taylor. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Third down. Now a handoff to Taylor. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 2 yards on the pickup. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He finds Woods. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
First down.
A give, left side to Taylor. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd and long, it's Richardson. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
Well, those 3 points make a comeback that much more difficult now. 2 touchdowns got to be scored, and that 2-point conversion, that's a job really well done.
Now this offense getting set to work here. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. The give inside to Akers. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Brissett. He's got the hook up to Bourne. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here's a handoff to Akers. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Pickup of 2 here. And the Patriots will have a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Slot man in motion right. Going to the ground again on first. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 47. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 2.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's a New England first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Brissett. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Setting up the screen. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
35-yard line.
Throwing now, Brissett. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to the air, Brissett. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Back to throw, here's Brissett. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down for a loss.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 39. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw, Richardson. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Pats will take over. Brissett with it on first. He'll get this to Henry. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, it's Brissett. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Some fighting going both ways, deep down the field that time, but it's the defense who gets flagged for it. Brissett now on 1st and 10. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
2nd down. Here's Brissett again. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. To the air yet again, Brissett. And he's taken down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And on 3rd down, the Colts going with the nickel here. Off the play fake, Brissett. And the Colts get to him. He goes down. Working quickly here. Desperation time here on 4th. Connects on the crosser. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the fourth.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Richardson on 3rd. That's incomplete left side. The Colts are ready for the punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Back out runs their offense. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brissett. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. So that brings up 2nd down. Here's Brissett. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Trying to get that one to Jalen Polk. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to go.
Looking to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the 4th.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
The Colts are ready to take the field. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 times. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
Here's Taylor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's a give to Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. So now here's 3rd and 5. On the counter, it's Taylor. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. 4th down's going to bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Their offense ready to take the field now. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Oh, he's in trouble, and he'll go down. The Colts got him. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he gets it up across the 30 before going out. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Brissett looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 3rd and long. Here's Brissett. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Now Brissett on 4th down. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And they can trot out every offense's favorite formation now, Brock, and kneel out this win. Defense, no timeouts left to stop them.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.